Okay, let's do guided practice number 4, exactly the way I just did it in the example. X squared minus 2x equals 3. First, I'm going to rewrite this and leave myself some space. Because I want to put my C value in this box. And I'm also, to save space, going to make sure that I leave space over here so that I remember that whatever I add to this side, I have to add to that side. So I'm going to set up my problem so I don't make any mistakes. Okay, so that's my first step. My second step is to find C. Well, here's my B value. B equals -2. So if I have B over 2, that's going to be -2 over 2, and I'm going to get -1. I'm going to take B over 2 and square it because that's what's going to give me C. And -2 over 2 squared is -1 squared, which is going to give me +1. So I know that my C value that's going to go up here is going to be 1. Whatever I add to this side, I add to that side. Next, I have my third step, which is just to solve. But to solve, I have to set things up with my perfect square next to whatever this adds up to. Because this is where, in the middle, where I've worked out sort of my numbers that are going to go up here. I can now take what I've learned and bring it back down here. So here I know that this is going to be x minus 1 squared because, right, b over 2, which goes here, is -1. Okay, so I know, because this is x minus b over 2, that this is the value that goes here. And this is going to equal to 4. What do I do with that? Well, I can now take the square root of both sides, right? To undo the squares. When I do that, I end up with x minus 1 equals plus or minus 2. Let me rewrite that clearly. X minus 1 equals plus or minus 2. This means I have two options for x. X equals 1 plus 2. Let me push this up so you can see. And then x equals 1 minus 2. That means my x equals 3 or my x equals -1. So my two answers for x are going to be 3 and -1. So if you did this problem on your own and you didn't get these values, go through the steps with me again one by one. And if you still have questions, send me a question through the lesson.